Hello, I'm Acor, Arceo, and andito tayo ngayon sa Talacogon Municipal Gymnasium in Talacogon, Agusan del Sur, kung saan nagaganap yung final night ng wake ni Rene Clert Baterbonia, Talacogon's Pride. So, what we've seen here is really extraordinary, the outpouring of love for Rene, fondly known as Bobet, and also for his grieving family. So, Bobet left behind his parents and 6 siblings. And talagang nakita natin dito how the entire community is rallying behind the Baterbonia family. It really feels like they lost their own son, one of their own. On Monday, it was the Bishop of the Diocese of Prosperidad, Bishop Ruben Labajo, who delivered the homily. And what he said was that Rene's story is our story. So his was a story that really resonated with Filipinos from all parts of the country and even abroad. Talagang he says that Rene was an enduring inspiration to all of us, even in his death. And also that Rene exemplified really what it meant to be a good person. So, ang nakita natin talaga dito, maraming taong pumipila. They line up outside mula morning hanggang evening, especially now that tonight is the final night of his wake. Around me, marami pa ring taong gustong makapasok. The gymnasium is jam-packed as well, with people who really want to give Rene a final send-off. So kanina, I was able to talk to some people na pumipila outside. Some of them come from different places pa, hindi lang dito in Agusan del Sur. Actually, hindi lang in Mindanao, but some also from Visayas or Luzon. And talagang there was a common thread in their response, no, that they really came here because they really consider Rene an inspiration. They said that his humility, his character, the way he carried himself sa court is really inspiring for them. And talagang one of them even traveled 3.5 hours just to get here. And she said na she really made an effort because nasubaybayan niya talaga si Rene, even yung career niya as a basketball player before. And he really touched her. So marami tayong nakausap, both young and old alike, who really found purpose and inspiration sa ginagawa ni Rene. Also as well, kanina, several prominent personalities came to visit. Among them was PBA star Scottie Thompson, also his wife Jinky, and his teammate Nards Pinto. So bumisita sila here to pay their last respects to Rene. At nakausap natin si Scottie personally kanina. And ang sabi niya talaga, malaking bagay for him to be able to go here to Talacogon to personally express his condolences to the Baterbonia family, knowing the pain that they're feeling right now. So sabi niya talaga na as a basketball player, nagluluksa. They're in pain also, the entire basketball community. Because in his words talaga, Rene is considered one of the players talaga na future of Philippine basketball. Everyone really was expecting him to make it big. Of course, we know he was headed to the UAAP sana in September next season before his life was cut short. And then, kinwento rin ng mom niya before that he wanted not just to be a UAAP MVP, but also to be a PBA MVP. And unfortunately, of course, hindi niya na magagawa yun now. Also, Scottie said talaga na it was very emotional also for him. Kaya gusto niya talagang personal na makabisita. Also visited here kanina si Sofia Andres. So actress Sofia Andres was also here. Rene's story also touched her. That's why pumunta siya dito. Tapos, among also the other visitors kanina were Bobet's Ateneo de Davao senior high school teammates and also his coach there, si Jess Evangelio. So, kasama sila actually dun sa nagsalita. There was a necrological service this evening after the Holy Mass. Among the people who paid tribute to Rene were Matt Cayetano, Maki Pellegrino, and Coach Jess. So, Coach Jess, of course, people have been following his updates on social media. He has often spoken about how hardworking, how humble, and really, basically how Rene was such a good person, gone too soon talaga. Coach Jess is very close to Bobet, kaya na lang ganun din ang pagdadalamhati nila with his passing. So also sila Matt and Maki shared a little bit about kumbaga turingan nila or brothers sila in basketball, and ipapagpatuloy nila yung hindi na magagawa ni Bobet now that sila na mismo ang magpapatuloy for him ng mga hindi niya nagagawa. And also, nakausap din natin or napakinggan din natin one of the speakers during the service was Talacogon Mayor Pauline Masendo. So Mayor Pauline also spoke about how Bobet was a loving son and a responsible son, and kung paano nga siya dapat tularan ng mga not just people here in Talacogon but everyone na gustong talagang, to be a decent person, to be a son na respectful of parents. So, yun talaga yung common thread. It was really about Bobet being an inspiration to everyone. So, after, isa pa pala si Mayor, she also mentioned that Bobet's legacy will forever be etched in the history of the municipality. So, isa na siyang legend dito sa Talacogon talaga. Actually, even before siya namatay, talagang sinasabi nila Baterbonia country itong Talacogon. Kasi while he played for Davao, or he studied in Davao, he really is a son of Talacogon. And also during the necrological service kanina, Mr. Sandy Tortor, the Secretary to the Sangguniang Bayan, presented 3 documents. The first one of them was a resolution expressing condolences to the Baterbonia family. The second one was a posthumous citation in Bobet's honor. And the third one was a municipal ordinance officially declaring June 8 as Rene Clert Baterbonia Day. So, ang nabanggit nila kanina, what this means, every June 8 of every year, magkakaroon sila ng sports events, youth leadership programs, educational activities, and other community events, to really celebrate Bobet's life and legacy. So every year, balak nila yan i-commemorate with all of these activities, especially geared towards the youth, to really develop their values and help form them also to become good citizens. So, ang isa pa rin na nangyari kanina, we've been talking also actually to the municipal officials here, and talagang nabanggit nila na all-out effort sila for Bobet because kumbaga ibang klase daw talaga itong event na to. It's unfortunately malungkot siya, pero kumbaga one of a kind, first time daw nangyari na ganitong event of this magnitude dito sa Talacogon, at least in recent memory, in recent history din na natandaan nila na ganito talaga katindi yung response, the overwhelming love nga from the community na nabanggit natin kanina. So on Wednesday, June 24, Bobet will be laid to rest at the Talacogon Municipal Memorial Park. So it just so happens na siya ang unang tao na ililibing doon. nabanggit sa amin kanina na they were really planning to use that area or that property as a municipal cemetery. It was actually the venue for archery of the 2026 Palarong Pambansa held in the last week of May. So yun din yung huling palaro na nakapaglaro si Bobet, and he led Davao region to a silver medal in the secondary boys basketball tournament. So siya ang unang ililibing there sa bago nilang cemetery dito sa Talacogon. So follow our updates on Rappler. We'll also be covering the burial. We invite you to watch and follow